Hey, good morning. You with Rock on John here on a Monday morning, as we usually do. We have Doctor the ear doctor with us here, Dr. Salimon Joseph. Just want to say good morning to you, Sally.
Hey, good morning, Rocco. Good morning. How are you today?
Yeah, really good. It's probably about 2 weeks to go now. 2 weeks to go to Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. And I think this is the last week of us, doing a bit of broadcasting and stuff. And we got shows and music and stuff that'll keep us entertained through Christmas and right up to the New Year's. And then, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. The Christmas Eve is coming very close, isn't it? Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And yesterday there was a massacre, as we know, at Bondi Beach.
Oh, it was scary.
It's scary,
I was watching it there last night on TV and things there, and apparently all the kids and stuff, they go down there for swimming and stuff with families and things. It's no good.
And I was watching TV and I noticed that in an audiological perspective, some interesting thing in a gunshot, because generally people were telling that they didn't know from where the sound was coming.
Yeah.
Because they were so panicking, they didn't know where is the shooter, the location of the shooter, and they were running in different directions. And when I was looking on Google, ChatGPT, it was showing that there is a difference between speech sound and a gunshot. The normal speech sound will help us to find out from where the sound is coming, the speech localization.
Yep.
But the gunshot, the problem with the gunshot is sudden burst of very loud sound, and it produces two sounds, one from the gun and the other sound through the bullet. On the path of the bullet, it will create a sonic boom. And the people will hear the sonic boom of the bullet and not the gun sound. Okay, the machine, the gun that as an instrument, it produces a sound. But many times people only hear the sound of the bullet, the sonic boom sound, and it's very hard for the people to localize where the gunman is in this particular situation. And I was thinking, we may touch on the effect of very loud sound. The gunshot sound will produce around 130 decibel sound.
Yeah.
And
it's that pretty high.
Very high sound. That is why I had a client recently. She went for a recreational shooting, and that shooting itself will created a hearing loss on both ears.
It's just like you in a plane, or is it or when a jet passes already, something like that.
It's so intense, that sound, and it produced a cochlear hair cell damage.
Yeah.
And so that is why people can see here that the different instruments. What are the sound? Basically gunshot produces around 130 decibel sound. Jet plane takeoff around 120 decibel sound. And industrial noise, depending upon where they are, industry 110 decibel roughly, and subway train 100, and bass drum around 90 decibel sound, loud radio 80 decibel, hair dryer around 70, busy street around 60 decibel, conversation around 50 decibel sound, and our breathing around 10 decibel sound.
Okay.
So the different sounds, according to National Acoustic Laboratories, that is a research organization fully funded by Australian government. Their research shows that any sound above 85 decibel is dangerous to our human hearing.
Yep.
So that is why many workplaces in Australia, I can tell the people who are working in noisy industry, they have to wear earplug and earmuff. They need to know what is happening around, because if there is a fire, they have to exit from the premises. The fire alarm they need to hear.
And like all the miners and stuff, they're gonna have headphones and mouth.
Yes.
Because like most of the machine, they work on the thing, they seem to be pretty loud, and even just like them conveyor belts too with the minerals in it.
Absolutely.
They make a lot of squeaking noise and thing there, and it does affect your ears, eh?
Absolutely, and there are some professions that will ultimately create bit of hearing loss, like a defense personnel. I see a lot of defense personnel, and they use firearms, and they use explosives, and the fighter jets. All are very loud sound. Okay, we notice this. Okay, whenever we have pitch black in Darwin, F-35, okay, and other fighter jets. So much loud sound, okay? This is so penetrating to our ears. And even some Air Force personnel told me that when they are in red zone near the fighter plane, sometimes they have to communicate with the fighter pilot before they take off. And even though that is a red zone, they need to have double hearing protection. How can they communicate with the pilot with the headphone? They cannot communicate. They need to take the earplug and absolutely. And you can see around 130 and 135 decibel sound when the fighter jet is producing when it is on. So before the takeoff, generally that is on. Okay, so just before the clearance from the ground staff, they need to communicate with the ground staff. Okay, everything okay, ready to take off. Those type of thing. Okay, so loud noises are dangerous. And the other thing is very important thing, our the cochlea.
The cochlea.
The cochlea.
That's a little snail bone.
Correct, the snail-shaped one. But actually, the size of the snail, the cochlea is a grain size.
So what's all that ringing in your ears and stuff like that?
That also because of the exposure to loud sounds. So we cannot pinpoint exactly which part of the ear is creating that problem. It's most likely the inner part of the ear. Okay, inner part of the ear, exposure to loud sounds. Okay, most likely that would be cochlea and related to cochlear nerve or cochlea. So that is why we call, whenever we have the hearing loss, permanent hearing loss, we call sensory neural. It can be either sensory. Sensory refers to cochlea, and neural means auditory nerve. So it's a combination of both. That is why sensory neural. And if
it senses everything in the ears and stuff, right?
Absolutely. And if it is a neural hearing loss, we have a test called speech audiometry. Through the speech audiometry, we can find out it is related to the nerve damage, because in the nerve damage, what happens is when we increase the volume of the sound, the speech score decreases. Okay, but in sensory hearing loss, when the loud increases, the speech sound increases, the clarity increases, and they get a better speech score. And so the cochlea, even though it's a grain size, it has got a tonotopical organization. Tonotopic.
Round and round and stuff.
Correct. Okay, and the cochlea has got a base and apex. So we human, we can hear from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. That is the frequency range we can hear. But majority of the speech sound, whatever language we speak, it will fall between 250 hertz to 8,000 hertz.
So it is a bit like thing that out in the bush, and as you go out there, how the bush and the main country, it's pretty quiet out there. When you get out there and you listen real hard, and you can listen to the birds.
Absolutely.
You can listen to the river running, and there are times one family out in the bush and stuff that they can hear a vehicle coming from a long way. So how far can we hear really?
Generally, the low frequency sound travel more than the high frequency sound.
Okay.
So the lion roar in the wild, in the African savanna or other places.
Another thing that we can we usually jump up to, like when we're sitting down maybe in the office or something like that and doing our work and stuff, and next minute we'll listen, bang, and it's a car crash. Because we can listen to the loud noise of it, eh?
Absolutely. And depending upon what we hear, okay, look at the shape of our pinna. The pinna funnels the sound. Okay, if you look closely,
on the inside
the outside we have got different grooves. What it actually does is, if you look at the grooves, it funnels the sound to the hole, the ear canal. That funneling itself will create 3 decibel increment. It is like a funnel. It's a funneling the sound. And then when it passes through the ear canal, we get 3 dB increment. 3 decibel increment is basically double the intensity of the sound. What we see
is it double or triplet or
double? Double. Okay. What we see in the audiogram, the numbers on the sides look like numerical numbers, but it's a logarithmic. It's a logarithmic scale. Then only we can plot on a graph. So that is why this is typical audiogram of industrial hearing loss, because many of the tradies like electricians and plumbers, they tool the power tools. The power tools generally they produce around 3,000, 4,000, 6,000 hertz sound. So they lose constant bombardment. Okay, when they are very young, the tradies, they may not be wearing the hearing protection. Okay, because they think, it's a cool thing. Okay, and later on they realize that it will affect their hearing. And the sad reality is that when we miss this high frequency sound, when we have hearing loss in the high frequency, we struggle to understand the females and children, because the female tones are predominantly high frequency tone. Okay, when they say fan, we may hear as ban, because they miss the F, TH, F, all the sounds they miss. That is why many times the wife will drag the husband to an audiologist. Honey, you need to have a hearing test, because you are not understanding what I am saying. It's in a family life, it's very important to understand our partner, otherwise life can be miserable. They make our life miserable, So nowadays traditionally man marry a woman, woman marry a man. Now it's a man is marrying man, woman is marrying
I'm coming up on this week now and stuff. Are you going to be working through to Christmas and stuff?
Yes, but generally I maybe I'm closing on 25th and January, and because generally we used to go overseas during the Christmas New Year time when I was working for in the government. But because my mother-in-law is here with us, she's 86. So, and my parents passed away, so there is no motivation to go away.
Oh, well, that'd be good.
And with the town, people.
And what? So you got quite a few clients, patients lined up for this week?
Yes, always. Okay, people will have ear blockage, wax blockage, ear blockage, and then.
And you're down at Muirhead.
Yes, absolutely. Anyone who is having any hearing problem, they can do a Google search, and the Territory Hearing will come up, and just have a chat with me, just call me, and we can talk about, what is your problem and how we can fix it, and I try to see clients on the same day itself.
And it's been a really good year a good year of you coming in, every Monday and stuff, talking about ears and with all the effects and noises and stuff out there that could damage our ears and stuff, and it's a really good to open our eyes and understand it more. And thanks for that.
Thank you very much, Teabba Radio and Darwin, because you are giving a platform. Because we are telecasting the 29.
And it's just like you can. Because most of them, all the communities out there, they're all remote. And it's been a long time since all the ear doctors go out there, because they usually go out there for 3 to 6 months.
Absolutely.
And it's a really good thing to for you to talk every Monday and stuff. And it's great to see you every Monday too coming in.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure, and I think it is my moral responsibility
Yep.
to give something back to the First Nation people of Australia to look after their ear health and hearing health, because I travel to almost all communities in all the territories.
It's just like that old chap that does the eye, old Fred Hollows. He went to Africa and then done all the thing, and it's a good thing to give something back to the community and to make a good understanding of things, to how black and white can live together.
Absolutely, the harmony. I think Australian First Nation people are the classic example of living in harmony with the nature.
Yep.
And 60,000 years, when we just think about it or just meditate on it, they had a wonderful culture, and so many hundreds of languages. And they all lived in harmony without ruining the nature. And they were only taken just for their food. They didn't exploit the resources like today. We are digging and selling all the minerals to other countries. Now look at what is happening in global, the global warming and unusual weather patterns, all those things happening. But I have great appreciation to our First Nation people. You are one among them, and many of the First Nation people consider me as one among them, because there is that movement happened from Africa to Asia, from Asia to Australia. All that people traveled. The explorers, the real explorers of the world.
We've touched points on everything these last couple of months and stuff about loud noises and what affects our ears, and how we can get our families together and to see the ear doctor, and if they want appointments and stuff, do come in. And it's been a really good turning educating part there from Dr. Salimon Joseph, and would like to thank you coming in today, and this is the last one for 2025, so hopefully we'll catch up with you next Monday on probably
in February.
In February 2026 then. But you have a good Merry Christmas and Happy New Year with your family and with your mother-in-law and family and stuff.
Thank you. Same to you too. Have a wonderful Happy Christmas and a Happy New Year, and look after your health.
A good blessed one.
Thank you.
That was Dr. Salimon Joseph coming in, and that was the last interview for this year and stuff. And we're going to go back to a bit of Rascal Flatts, a bit of Jingle Bell Rock, and I'll put you, I'm going to be taking you until 10 o'clock, and then Dalman's going to get in there and play some music for you. Anyway, you've been with Rock on John and Dr. Salimon Joseph. He is Rascal Flatts.